Do not be afraid. Yeah, don't be afraid of fire. Don't be afraid of fire. I hope this is better. It's very warm here. It feels weird not seeing my ears. Oh. So for those of you that like probably didn't hear, this is a new model. I'm testing it. I'm liking it a lot, but it feels so weird not having my ears. Cause I am a fox. It feels weird not having my ears at all. I don't even have like human ears behind here. So no cherries endangered and fire can't affect me. Fire can't affect me. It can't affect me at all. Cause I do got fire abilities, so. It's really like that. Oh yeah, I can show off. I'll cast manual breathing. If you want, I can show off what the outfit looks like. Push the fluff. By the way, is all the other audios in here, are they okay? Are they too loud or anything? Because I can change it if need to. I can always change it. This is the outfit. Got little cherries. No cherries. Also got cute little skirt. Some shoes. Yee. But it feels so weird not having like my ear or like my ears or my tail like at all. Oh, if you want, people who are new here, I can show you what I normally look like so that you can see the foof. You can see the ears and the tail. So give me a second. These other ones, they're pretty nice. I do like them. It's just that like I wanted other outfits and other hairstyles and stuff, and yeah, just thought like, you know, why not? This is what I normally look like. The floof. Yeah, there was no like tail. There was no tail, no ears on the other model. Touch my fish. Welcome fish. We had the fluff. These ears will be transferred onto the other model. It's just that the other model is still in the works. So that's fine. The fluff. This is the usual model I wear. And then the tail. There it is. So yeah, that's what like I normally look like. And also that's what I meant by saying that fire doesn't affect me. I'm a fire fox. But yeah, we're gonna continue to test like the new model. So again, there's not going to be there sadly is going to be things that I just won't have and can't do. So yeah, congratulations on the new model. Wish you have it completed soon. Yeah, it is in the works and I really like it. And thanks for the cookie. I cannot wait for it to be completed. I cannot wait for it to be completed because I already see it being super cute right now. I can't wait. We do have like another outfit that I'll be able to wear. I think it looks pretty nice. It also has a skirt option if I didn't want to wear like the shorts. Yeah, gotta wait. Gotta wait. We do have other kinds of cherries though. That's gonna be for later though. Oh yeah. You can see like how this model's in the works. So this is like the only hairstyle I can have right now, other than like the default hair, which is like this. This is like the default Monica. Thank you for the follow. And I can have glasses. But the issue with the glasses is that they don't work for the other hair. It doesn't work for the other hairstyle at all, because if I put on the other hairstyle, I'd become bald. It doesn't work the same. It doesn't work the same. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. So I can't have glasses on right now because it just doesn't work. It doesn't work. I'm also getting a new swimsuit. It's gonna be nice and frilly. I wanted a frilly one in the first place, but what happened is that whenever I was initially looking for a model and stuff, I didn't see anyone that had like a frilly model, like the frilly kind of like swimsuit and stuff, where it's got like waves and stuff. I didn't see any that were made, so I was like, well, that's not fair. Like, okay, well, I don't see any of that. So I got another type of like swimsuit at the time that was like what was it? It was like a t-shirt. Yeah, it was a t-shirt. It was a t-shirt that could get wet, and there was a bikini underneath. And the main reason why I got it was because I liked how the t-shirt allowed me to cover up if wanted, but also I liked how the shirt could get wet, because I was like, ooh, cool gimmick. The shirt can get wet. That's pretty cool. So yeah, but this new one is going to be like a frilly swimsuit. So because that's what I initially wanted. So swimsuits, like the new swimsuits and stuff, didn't get made for models until summer rolled around. So it really does, like, you know, help that that the season is being, like, you know, helping out with people being like, hey, it's the season, let's make like swimsuits. So yeah, I probably should have waited for it to be the season to be like, oh yeah, of course people will be making swimsuits around this time. I just did it at the wrong time. For sure did it at the wrong time. But hey, we're gonna get the swimsuit I want. That's all that matters. It's all that matters. Oh yeah, I wanted to check and make sure I had something adjusted, because I need to make sure I don't have certain redeems on with this certain model. Okay. I checked it earlier, but I've been way too scuffed tonight that I need to make. I just like want to be like, okay, let's not continue to be scuffed. Thank you for the lurk. But yeah, earlier today, I did start stream a little late today, mainly because I was busy at work today. I did a lot today at work. Some people will be like, oh no, I actually spilled water, are you okay? The funny thing is that it's like, no one has done that, but I've just kind of done that to myself whenever I was wearing it. Is that I will like fall into water and then I'll be like, oh no. It would just happen. Also, the model, it came with, what was it? It came with, my brain's blanking, a water gun. It came with a water gun. So you can literally, like, take the water gun and you can, like, shoot yourself with it. Or if someone else had, like, the same type of outfit with their model, they could also, like, get their water gun and shoot it, so then it, like, it would make, like, your shirt wet. And it would work on those people as well, you know? So it's, like, it works with other people. It's interactable that way. Yeah. So that was another thing that I thought that was pretty cool about it, is that you could, like, literally, like, do it with other people if you wanted to, but I never found anyone else that had it. Other than, like, the person who made the model, which was my friend Huynhuynh. That's it. That's all. So, yeah. So we were, like, the only two people that were, like, pew, pew, with, like, the water gun. Collab interactable outfit. Yeah. Interactable outfit with other people who share the same outfit. Yeah. Yeah. Now, there was one time where I actually did, like, see someone else, while playing VR chat, and I saw that they also had the same outfit that I did. It was the previous one I showed that was, like, kind of punk looking. That one did have, you know, some things that, my brain's blanking. I was reading for, like, almost 4 hours earlier because I was playing Love in Deep Space. I think my brain's blanking because of that. Let me try and, like, do this slowly so I can properly say things. There was one time whenever I was in VR chat and there was someone I actually saw that shared the same outfit as me. It was the punk looking one that I was showing you on my original model. That one. I saw someone actually had the same outfit. That was, like, the only time where I've ever seen someone that had, like, the same outfit as me, and I was like, yo, Spider-Man meme. And that's it. That's the only other outfit I've seen people share with me. That's it. But it was cool. It was cool to see someone else, like, be like, oh, we're twinning. But that was the only time. Also, my chest tracker is being really weird. I don't know why. I just don't know why. The ways to spread the word so people swarm out there to get that. Do tell the one correct person. Yeah. But I'm not getting any interactable, like, or outfits in the future where it's like you can interact with it. Even though I do think that they're pretty cool. I do think they are. But I do like the new outfits that I'm getting. I mean, this one I already think is really cute. I knew I wanted, like, a really cozy sweater, and I do think that this really is nice and cozy looking. I do like it a lot. I do like how we were able to change the front of it to actually look like cherries. I do like that. Because I think it's, like, really, really cute. I think it's really, really cute. It still is weird to look at me and be like, oh, I don't see ears. It's like I can't. It's funny because it's like you can't even see like human ears back there. So it's almost like, how the heck does this person hear? How can I hear? How can I hear right now? How can I hear right now? We don't know. We don't know. We'll never know. But yeah, I do like this outfit a lot. I think it's really, really cute. Really, really cute. What else was there? Thank you for the follow. Make it interactive so outfits get smeared when you throw pie. Throw pie? Fox magic. Hello, hope all is well tonight. Thank you. We were a little scuffed earlier, but we're doing okay now. I'm doing okay now. I'm testing a new avatar, so I might be a little scuffed at times, but you know, we persevere. There's like this one redeem that I wanted to have where it's like you blow a kiss, but apparently that's just stuck on, and it happens anytime I touch my head. It just happens. Scuffed is my natural state, so you bear with me. Ay. Also my chest tracker, did you see that? It just went bruh. Insert finger into ear for love beam. Does it even work if I like have it up to my face like that? No. There it goes. Yeah, I'm still learning things with it. The other thing that I can do is got the fire in my eye. The first thing I thought of with this is like it's like Sans Undertale. He's Sans. It's Sans. It's Sans if he was an anime girl. I just thought it was funny. So yeah, with this model I can't breathe fire like the regular one, but I could have Sans Undertale eye. It's really funny. It's so funny to me. Like it's just Sans Undertale eye. But it can also be not just the left eye, but it can also be the right eye too. Both eyes can be on fire. Wow. Wow. There's also these. I had some serious dry eyes. Yeah, I think I would. I think I would be having some pretty dry eyes. You see that? He's a firefox. He's real. Yeah. Can also just do it to my whole body. Just whoosh. Whoosh. Yeah. So it's still in the works. Wait a sec. Wait a sec. I could show one of my true forms. I could show one of my true forms. You love it whenever model takes a while to unpack. We on fire. Is he smoke fox? I can't see that. My sleeves are really big though. Cute, I love the hair. The hair can be changed. Thank you for the follow. But this one's my favorite. But I do have like fire that like circles me in this one. My tail's on fire. And you could also see my ears. Ears are on fire. Finally saved up to 100 cherries. There's also with this one, also has like the fire breath, but it looks a little silly because of like the sleeves being big. But this one will get updated, I think. Also, thank you for the hydrate. I'll definitely go get a drink. Let me change the way I look, and then we'll go get a drink. Let's get a drink. I am having some sweet tea. If I can get it. I was just trying to take a drink and the freaking gimmick was still just like boom, blokies. Oh my god. I don't know why that was so funny to me. That was just so funny to me. Thank you for the follow. What's splashing? The rain outside right now. Ever remember to put on your fireproof frankness before stream? You won't be set on fire, don't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry. Bum, 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 bum. Oh yeah, this is another thing that's been like added to this model that the others don't have. Is that, notice how it's getting darker? You're not even close to my head. How did that happen? How did you do that? How did you do that? How did you do that? But it gets darker. If I put my hand... I love that gimmick. I love that gimmick. I like it a lot. I think it's really nice. It's very like, I think it adds into the immersion. Yeah. No need. Drink a fire resistance potion. See, there you go. There you go. Foxeyes are known for using foxfire. What was that? Oh god, what was that one anime? What was that one anime with like that one fox guy? Oh, Kami-sama Hajimemashita. Or Kami-sama Kiss. Tomoe. Tomoe used foxfire. Yeah. God, I wanna rewatch Kami-sama Hajimemashita now. I love romance. That has such a good romance. Double the fire form fox. As long as I don't use Firefox. I use Opera but I don't, like, I know some people like to use, like, other types of, like, things. Like, some people still use Chrome. Some people still use Firefox. Yeah, I use Opera. I know, like, a lot of people, whenever, like, I first, like, it's funny, whenever I first started streaming, that was, like, a big joke that was, like, said a lot, where it was like, oh, you're a Firefox? I can use it as a search engine, and I'm like, yeah. See, now I don't mind it, but in the beginning, I remember, like, it bothered me a little bit, because I was just like, everyone's using this joke, everyone's doing it, but now it's like, okay. But I think this model will look really, really, really cute once it has, like, the ears and the tail and everything, because again, it still is a work in progress, but I'm really liking how it's looking. I like it already like this, but there's more. We'll have more. We gotta give Huynhuynh some time. Give him some time. That's just gonna keep happening, because even if I'm not touching my face, it still thinks I'm trying to do it. I guess at this point, I should probably just turn off that redeem, because it's just happening for free. It's just happening for free. Twitch comedians are a hive mind of unfunniness. I know I'm cringe. And sometimes, like, I've had people tell me that I'm funny. I don't think I'm funny. I think I'm just cringe. And I might just, like, randomly have a good moment where I sound, like, a little funny, but mainly cringe. But I embrace the cringe. Embrace the cringe. 'Cause then you'll be unstoppable if you embrace the cringe. Because once, like, that happens, and if anyone is just like, hey, you're cringe, I'll be like, exactly, I'm cringe, but I am free. 'Cause I know it. I know I am. Joke time. What do you want, chill or spicy? Chill. I was tempted to say spicy, but then I was like, no. And no. That's not. That would be funny. That would be funny, but no. I might just take off my chest tracker. It keeps being silly. Here we go. It's not too spicy, I promise. Trust. It's 18 plus. If it's something that, like, makes me uncomfortable, I'll let you know. So yeah, sure, go for it. Go for it. Go for it. Very trustworthy eyes. I was, like, holding back to laugh and stuff because I was just like, I'm a little curious. I don't mind adult humor. I do not mind it. So how is the pro for kiss? It's kisses, isn't it? Kisses. Baby kisses. Kiss ass, I barely even know her. Okay, I like that. No. I find it funny because I have friends that use like the I barely even know her joke a lot. To the point to where it's like, it just always gets me. I don't know why. It always gets me. Lord. And my friends use it a lot, but I think it's very funny whenever they do use it. I have a friend that doesn't even... It doesn't make sense. Same. I have friends that do it whenever it doesn't make any sense at all. All the time. Road work ahead? Yeah, I sure hope it does. Do you feel old yet? Remember whenever that was everywhere? Made sense though. No, everything. But yeah, that's like the Vine. I miss Vine sometimes. Sometimes I'll still like go onto YouTube and I'll look at like Vine compilations and stuff and just be like, I remember the times. I remember those days. It's been so long. And I do barely. And they were roommates. Dude, there's so many Vines. I still think it's funny today. People still do reference Vines every now and then today as well. They just left such a big impact. TikTok has some stuff that's Vine quality, true. But it's outnumbered by Bill's most annoying videos I've ever seen. That is true. A lot of times if you're gonna go onto TikTok, you will find funny videos that will remind you of the Vine days. But is it like I've heard people say that TikTok is like, it is exactly like Vine. It's not. Like, yeah, there's some things that like carried over for sure, but is it the same? No, it's not. It's not. Oh, the 6-second limit. They've added it to where like it can be longer now. I think how long can it go up to? Like two? I think it can go up to like, oh no. What the heck? Sorry, I accidentally clicked it wrong. I'm sorry. My thing glitched and it made it click wrong. I'm sorry. It made me click wrong. I'm sorry. Boy, and I'm sorry. This is why I shouldn't do certain things within VR. Cause like my controller might just go like shift randomly. That's what happened and it made me go, yes, burn. That's what happened. But yeah, I'm sorry. Some jokes are best when used sparsely. Then some dumb shit is still funny even when overused. Again, I'm sorry. I did not mean to ban you. It was just my hand. Like the controller just like messed up whenever I was like doing it over here. Because I have OBS off to the side over here. God. Speaking of that. Also, whenever I do have like automod stuff, automod is still like kind of strict in like my chats. Mainly just to be safe because like what's the word I'm thinking of? Because of like me being like a little relatively small, I've had people that have come into chat and has like said awful things, but also I know that there's times where it's like my mods might not always be active, so it gives me a chance to like look over what people say to see if I would allow it or not. So I do apologize. auto mod happens quite a bit. Need sleep, I'm gonna lurk and try and rest. Thanks for a lovely stream. Thanks for stopping by. Do sleep well. Everything is shits and giggles until someone giggles and shits. It be like that. It be like that. But here's the thing. If you were hanging out with friends and they made you laugh, I don't think you would want to openly shit your pants. I don't think you would openly want to shit your pants and all of your friends witness that. I just don't think you would want that. I'm sorry. I'm in such a giggly mood today. I did a lot today. There was like a lot that happened today at work. What was it? Fridays are usually like my really busy days at work. And oh my god, was today eventful. The other thing is that's like, it was really hot today. So doing a lot of work out in the heat, oof, it's a lot, man. I don't even want that for everyone around for what I wanted to. See, the thing is that I feel like it would be funny to witness though, but you being the person that it happens to, you probably wouldn't like it. You probably wouldn't like it. That's what I meant. Oh yeah, so yeah, at work today. Oh yeah, thank you for the follow. So I do apologize. I do want to try and do like a long stream for me to do like this ASMR section. Since last time it was cut short because I had technical difficulties. So I want to be able to like be here longer. Probably was like a bad idea to be playing Love in Deep Space before this. Because that game requires a lot of reading, which I do that. Like, I read the main character's lines. I don't have the main character voice her lines. I read it. So, yeah. And I was, how long was I playing Love in Deep Space? For like, maybe 4 hours? Something along those lines? Yes, I was reading for 4 hours. I was reading for 4 hours. Bruh. So every now and then, I might need to like clear my throat or something, because I can tell that like my throat is a little scratchy from me talking for like a long time. So if I need to clear my throat, I'll just mute. So don't worry. I'll just mute to clear my throat and then we'll get back to it. It's all good. Oh yeah. That follow did give me a lot of cherries, so here you go. Hydrate, thank you. I definitely feel like I'm gonna be needing to hydrate a lot, especially since like, again, throat's being silly. So, thank you. Again, I got some sweet tea. Oh, look at that. Did you see that? Silly clipping things. Don't worry. Again, the model then works. It's in the works. So today, normally on like weekdays whenever I stream, thank you for the stretch. Normally on weekdays whenever I stream, I start at like 6:45 p.m. CST. But I was like really tired after work today, to where like I just kind of delayed stream until 8 p.m. So yeah. Also, this is new. I wanted to start doing visual ASMRs like on Fridays, mainly like on Fridays and Saturdays, because originally it was Saturday only, but I kind of wanted to add it to where I can have it throughout, like, I want to add it more into the schedule, because I know that there's people. No, it's not Friday anymore. It was Friday. It's quite late. It's almost 2 a.m. for me right now. It's basically 1:50. Yeah. So it's not Friday anymore, but it was. It was whenever I started stream. So yeah. Basically, I wanted to put in visual ASMR more into like my schedule, because I know that there's people that only come by for that type of content, and I know that like the majority of my community still likes gaming, like the gaming content that I mainly do. And don't get me wrong, I do obviously love gaming. I'm never gonna get rid of gaming, but I feel like I should I know I like doing ASMR, and I kind of feel bad that I only did it on Saturdays. So I thought, why not? Let's try and add it more into the schedule. So this is my first time kind of like having it added into the schedule other than on like a Saturday. So yeah. And you know what? I think it's nice. I think it's nice. I do like it. It's almost 10 a.m. for you. Watch Twitch all night. Fair. Sometimes if like I'm one of those people, I don't know if anyone else is like this, but I'm one of those people that like, I get easily paranoid, like really easily paranoid. So whenever I go to sleep, if I hear like any little noise, I get scared. I've just always been like that. Cause, okay, sorry, I believe in the supernatural. So I'm always just like, a ghost. Where's a demon? There's a demon or a ghost, oh my god. It's like, it doesn't help that I have anxiety. So paranoia and anxiety work hand in hand and just go with me. They hate me. So whenever I go to bed, I like to kind of like play a stream or a video, like funny videos or a stream that will like make me relaxed, basically. It helps out a lot, for sure. Maybe I would like play ASMR, like kind of like what I have right now. I like rain. I like rain a lot. So having rain happen and stuff like that, sometimes it's kind of nice to have like a rain noise maker, or play like a video where rain is playing in the background and stuff like that. That really works. Have you ever tried chamomile tea? No, I have not. Which is kind of surprising, because I do like tea. I do like tea. I'm actually kind of surprised I've never tried chamomile tea. I should. I should give it a try someday. I feel like it would really help. I feel like it would help. For sure. Relaxing stuff. Yeah. Yeah. But, normally whenever I go to bed, if I need something relaxing to watch, or something that makes me feel comfortable, where I can sleep and stuff, I like to watch like VTubers. And by the way, I keep the volume really low, and I turn the brightness down by a lot, so that I can't really like it's not like straining on my eyes. so I can still sleep with it on if I watch it to go to sleep. So I'll put on like Iron Mouse. Sometimes I'll put on Zentrea. Let's see. I also like to sometimes put on like Sea Dog VA, because Sea Dog VA has like very long streaming montages sometimes, like very long VODs. So that kind of helps too. And if I want like ASMR or something, again, like I said, sometimes I'll just like put on rain or campfire. I do like campfire sounds, or like a fireplace. The crackling of like a campfire, it's really nice. I do like it a lot. What else is there? Oh yeah, I have some, there's also Serene. Like Serene can have like nice like type of like ASMR that's like relaxing sometimes, because Serene also, whenever she does her ASMR, she has rain in the background. Cat purring ASMR. Cat purring. Cat purring's nice too. Thank you for the follow. Thank you for the follow. Oh, I haven't said this. Dang, I'm really scuffed today. I am so sorry. People that are new, if you're a first time follow, you get to have a free redeem. I am so sorry I'm late to saying this, but you get to have a free redeem. So if there's something that you want to have redeemed, you can look in the redeems and I'll do it for free. Just type what you want it to be. You don't have to redeem the points. You just type it and I'll do it. It's just a one-time thing. I know there's announcements that will like pop up in the chat that will say it for you guys, but I get it that it's like, I should still say it just in case if people miss the announcement. So I am sorry. I'm sorry that is late. Thank you for the follow. So yeah, if you're first time follow, you can check and see the redeems down below. Let me see. Was there pins in this world? I'm not sure. I got you. I don't know if there's any pins in this world. There might be. Can I get a hug? I'll get a hug. I need to check and see if there's pins in this world. There definitely needs to be seen. A stretch. I will stretch. I think there are pins. I definitely need to check and see. I think there are some. Walk with me for a second, and then I'll give you that hug. I just want to check and see if there are pins. Is there? There is pins. Yes. There is pins. There is pins. Let's go. But yes, you can get that hug. The zoom in is weird. I forgot to zoom in. Hope everyone's having a good day, by the way. It was a busy day for me. A really busy day. Did a lot of like heavy lifting today, and I was like really exhausted. But what I did get, I got donuts as a reward. I got donuts. That was really nice. But oh my god, after I had the donuts, I felt a little sick. I think it was too much sugar. That definitely had to have been the case. Definitely. It's because, oh my god. Let me tell you what kind of donuts these were. I need to tell you. Okay. Thank you for the follow. The donuts, the first one I had, it was strawberry glaze and it had sprinkles on it. The second one is what really made me go like, oh no, I'ma feel sick. It was a regular glazed donut, but it had fruity pebbles on it. Fruity pebbles. That was too much sugar. But oh my god, it was so good. It tasted so good. Having like a very sugary cereal on a donut was really good, but oh my god. Probably too much sugar. Gaze upon gilded sunless ice. Welcome in, gaze. Thank you for the follow. Wait, hang on. That sounds wrong if I say welcome in, gaze. Welcome in, LGBTQ community. What if I called you son? Or is there anything else you prefer being called? Do let me know. Basically, I said this, but I will be repeating myself. I do not mind. First time followers, you get to have a free redeem. So you can look in the channel points, and if there's anything that you want to have for free, you can just type it in the chat. Type it, don't redeem it. Just type what you want in the chat, and then I'll do it for free. It's a one-time thing for you being a first-time follower. So there's that. That wooden wind chime sounds nice. I have a wooden wind chime, actually, right outside. But it barely makes any noise. It's mainly my other wind chimes that make noise. Barely the wooden one. I have like, oh my god, I have so many wind chimes outside, like at my own house. Because my mom collects them, like, quite a lot. And a lot of people usually gift her the wind chimes. And I hear the wind chimes almost all the time. We have like the regular like wind chimes where it's like the what's the word I'm thinking of? The metal ones. So it's kind of like a regular like ding sound a lot. It sounds like twinkling sometimes. But the wooden one that I have, barely any audio. You'll barely hear it. But yeah, the twinkling ones, because it's like metal, oh yeah, you hear that all the time. Especially since I got like 10 of them. I'm not kidding, I got like 10 wind chimes. So yeah, whenever it's windy, ooh, gets really intense sometimes. I need to clear my throat for a second. I think the more I do this, the more I'll get used to it. Because I remember like one of the first things I streamed, it was Persona 5 Royal, and that has a lot of dialogue, so lots of reading. And I remember whenever I first was streaming it, it was really hard to do at times because, oh my god, it would hurt my throat so much just to like read for very long portions of time. But the more I did it, the more I got used to it. So I think with this like new schedule that I have in mind, where on Fridays I play gacha games, which is mainly right now being Love in Deep Space, and then after that, after I do like a good chunk of the story, then I get into VR and do visual ASMR for a good chunk of time. I think I like that type of idea. I just gotta get used to it because it's a little tough on my throat, talking for long periods of time. But again, if I do it more, I'll get used to it. It's just something that I gotta stick to. So yeah. Also, I plan to do visual ASMR more often. It's something that, like I said, I wanted to have it incorporated into my schedule more. It's just, I had to think of like a way to make it still be good. Like, you know, like that's sustainable for me, but also to where it's like I can still give myself time to relax if needed. So I was thinking of like I could incorporate it more throughout the week, but it would have to alternate at times. It would have to alternate throughout, like, you know, the week. So that'll definitely be something that I need to like again, the more I do it, I'll get used to it. It's just that it might, like, you know, the streams of like me doing ASMR might be a little shorter because of that. Question mark? What? Is there something that I'm not like saying correctly that you're not understanding? Again, like my brain's barely working. It's a little late and I'm not used to doing visual ASMR this, like today, like, cause usually I do that on Saturdays. But again, I was saying that the more I do it, the more I'll get used to it. It won't hurt my throat so much, cause I'm not used to talking for long periods of time. Twitch be tripping? Oh, it's a Twitch side thing. I got you. I thought it was me. I thought I was doing something weird. Muted. Weird. That is weird. I need to mute myself as well real quick because I need to fix my throat. So yeah, every now and then, like, I apologize, I have to mute because I need to cough, but I'll get used to it. Oh, you sent me whispers. My bad. I didn't notice it until just now since you mentioned it. Sorry. But no, I didn't mute you. I don't know what happened then. But still, I don't know what happened. That's weird. Twitch being silly. Twitch being silly about it. Oh yeah. I wonder, is this humidifier making noise? I think a little bit. It kind of sounds like it is. ever so slightly though. Like it's very quiet, but I think it is making noise. Oh yeah, if you want to see where the wooden wind chime is, it's right there. Yeah, there's also, let's see. What else was there in here? Oh yeah. I remember there's this microwave. It's got like pizza on it. I can't eat the pizza. I can put it in the microwave. Even though it won't cook. And there's like a PC set up here. Oh yeah, this is something that a lot of people are doing recently in like VR. It's the makeup. When there's like a vanity here. Get randomly muted, and when I close and reopen the app, everything got back to normal. Twitch being weird, I guess. Oh, you're on mobile. Okay. It's probably a stupid mobile thing. Thank you for the follow. See, whenever like, I remember whenever I would get on Twitch, like mobile, I remember there'd be times where it would just like randomly bug out and I would not understand why. And stuff, and like just a quick like close and reopen usually helps. So yeah, I don't know. It just happens. Wait, there's a bathroom in here. Whoa. Bathroom. Welcome in, Captain. By the way, first time follows get free redeems. Be mobile, you would be like, first time follows get free redeems. You can look down at the channel point redeems and type what you want to have be done. Obviously VIP isn't free. VIP is not free. But basically you can choose like something from like the ASMR stuff, the like the visual stuff. By the way, did I use my free redeem yet? I don't think you have. I don't think you have. Let me actually see. No, you have not. The only people that have used their free redeem so far has been Ray Factor and Marley. I hope I'm saying that correctly. Jito. But yeah, I don't see you typing in your free redeem yet. Wait a sec. Is this gonna do the thing? It is. It's doing the thing. Eat some cherries then. Thank you. Oh wait, there's a water bottle. Whoa. Does this make noise? It does. It does. is this? It made me jump. Oh god. I ate it and it made me jump. What? What you made me jump? They move around quite a bit. The way they jump. Just... the way they jump, it's a little silly, just... they jump so much. Just... oh wait, they were tangled. Oh. The way they move is so silly to me. Like whenever they just go. Oh my god. The way they move. It's really funny. Here we go. Oh, I forgot I have a hat. I can have a hat. I can't really see it back there. Hang on. I forgot I could have a hat. Interesting. Oh wait, let me clear my throat again. It's cute, thank you. Oh wait a sec. It's my old headset. It's my old headset. Worlds that have that, I think it's kind of funny, but it also makes me feel a little nostalgic in a way, because I used to have to use that headset, but now I have the index, so. Oh yeah, I remember I was like, ooh, the main thing that's going on right now in like VR tech is VR, the Matrix is real. Whoa! The main thing that like a lot of people are doing right now in VR is facial tracking, which I do not have. I don't have at all. I'm kind of cheating with expressions, but I don't have facial tracking. I wish I did, but I don't have it. I'm just trying to do good at mastering my expressions. It's hard though. But I was like, ooh, with the index, can I have like an accessory that allows me to have like some type of facial tracking? Apparently, there used to be an accessory, but it's not manufactured anymore. Whoop-de-doo then. They don't support it anymore. So if I wanted to get it, like the accessory for it, then I would have to go on like, you know, eBay or something and get like a second-hand one that's probably gonna be ridiculously overpriced. So no, I don't want that. I don't want that. I think the main thing for face tracking is Quest Pro right now. Yeah, there's also the Vive. The Vive headset can do it. Let me see if I can turn off colliders. The colliders are kind of bugging me. Like it keeps sending me up in the air. Thanks. I do hope someday that I can get like face tracking. The issue is that I don't want to have to deal with like Meta or Quest ever again. So if I were to do like get a chance to have face tracking, I'd probably try and get like a Vive headset. With like full Vive accessories, like the Pro Elite one. I think it's what it's called. Is that what it's called? The Elite? I don't remember. But that's probably what I would go for. Because I don't like using Meta products. I don't like using Meta. So, I've been there before. I don't want to go through with it again. I'm good. I'd rather not. I'd rather not. I wish I could have glasses with this model. Like I do, but again, it doesn't work with this hair. If I wore the glasses right now with like this hair, then I would become bald. It doesn't work together well. Because again, this zone works. But in the future, we will have it where it can work. Understandable, Meta sucks. Many people deal with it enough because they don't have any other choice. Whenever I first did VR, I had a Quest 2. Yeah, Quest 2. And that was just like the gateway of being like, oh yeah, this is going to be my next new big thing that I'm just gonna like doing a lot. So then I spent the big boy monies of getting a Valve Index. Were the cherries tasty? Always. Always. Feed the folks, happy folks. Headpats. Squeeze for a second. But my throat is killing me. It's not like bad where it's like, oh bro, I can't talk. But every now and then it just happens where it's like, oh, it's scratchy. And I need to clear my throat. It'd be like that. Be like that. Again, it's because I was talking a lot. How long have I been streaming for? Over 6 hours. That'll do it. That'll do it. But again, I'll get used to it more. For sure I will. Again, I just gotta do it more often. I remember, when was it? I remember, like, the first time, like, I did, like, a really, really long Love in Deep Space stream. I don't remember how long I streamed for. I think it was, like, 5 or 6 hours. That sounds about right. Because I was like, oh my god, a lot's happening in the story. Wow, I don't want to get off yet. I want to keep going. Because I was like, ooh, lore, I love it. And by the end of it, like whenever I got off stream and I went to go lay down, oh my god, it was like it hit me all at once where I was like, it was like my body was like, finally she stopped talking. I can get a drink, you don't have to redeem it. I'll get a drink. If I need to help my throat, then it's like, obviously I'll help it for myself. I'll do it myself. Because it definitely is needed at times. So, yeah. Do not worry. Give me a sec. Thank you, Waymo. You didn't have to redeem it, I was gonna get it anyways. And for the stretch. Also, I do apologize if, you can hear me taking my drink. I try and do it quietly, but sometimes I can't help it. That'll be more than indeed. In this stretch. That, I don't know if you heard it earlier. Oh. That can be fixed. Drink loud. Earlier whenever I did like the first stretch, I don't know if you heard it, but my elbow popped. My elbow popped like really bad. Whenever it popped, I was like, I thought like, don't bring attention to it. I'm pretty sure it was hard. Don't worry. What's funny, what I find very funny, is that my drink, like my usual like cup I drink from, whenever I use the straw, normally it makes like a high pitched, like kind of like whistle sound. Like it sounds like a squeak or a whistle. But weirdly enough, whenever I stream, it doesn't do it. It doesn't make the sound. But if I'm not streaming, oh, it's like conveniently enough, it makes a sound. It's like it knows whenever I'm streaming and it's like, I got you. I won't whistle very loudly so it doesn't be super loud in the mic. My straws considerate. My shoulders and neck pop all the time. Yeah. I have like, my knees pop a lot. My neck also pops a lot too. I'm not nice to like my neck a lot. Like I slouch a lot whenever I sit. And I'm one of those people that sometimes accidentally fall asleep in my chair. So if I fall asleep in my chair, I do like the little... And that's not good. Or I'll rest like my head on my shoulder. That's another thing that's not good. So yeah, my neck. Sometimes like it gets like really stretched like that. And oh my god. Whenever I make like a nice good pop from like rolling my neck or just like tilting it just right and it pops. It's pretty nice. Beepy. Oh yeah, I'm always tired. I'm almost always tired. Always. But don't be like me. Don't like sit down and then like fall asleep with like your head bobbing, because it puts a lot of strain on the back of your neck. If you sleep like this, like it will hurt. It'll hurt your neck and like your upper back quite a lot. And also don't sleep with like your head like resting on your shoulder, on your own shoulder. That will put a lot of strain in your neck. It'll hurt a lot. Trust me. Hello, freezing. Freezing nest. I'm not like you. You did not notice, but we are like one and the same. I already do that. Okay. I got scared for a second. I saw that chair, and for some reason I thought it was another person in the world. I thought it was another person. I was about to be like, I'm supposed to be here privately. Who's here? Who is that? Who did that? A spin. Spin. This isn't really like nice because I don't have my tail. It'd be nice if I had my tail, but I don't have my tail. I don't have my tail at all. So, no tail. Dang it. Spin. How did I know how you sleep? Paranoid EB Fox. Oh yeah. I just think like, I don't know, whenever like you're really sleepy, you could really find anywhere or anyhow to take a nap. For sure. May not be good, but it just happens. For sure. Like, cause Batman would be proud of you. It's like, whenever I am like really I feel like I'm always tired. I'm always tired. But it's because I don't get that much sleep. I don't get that much sleep. The weekends is whenever I get the most sleep. Because my work schedule is just like, you know, so hectic and stuff. And it's tough. It's because, in a way, even though I see streaming as like being fun, I still do treat it like a job sometimes. Where like I still try and like get myself out there. I try to stream a little long, even if it doesn't work with my schedule sometimes. Like I still try and like, you know, do more and stuff. And I feel like that it just tires me out more. Because I don't give myself time to sleep. So I don't really sleep. I take naps. That's what I do. I take naps. Do you talk about your day job? Sometimes. Sometimes I do. I work at a family business. I work with my family. And, I could give you like a little rundown of like my schedule. Yes, you definitely should sleep. Trust me. I know I should. And it's just like, I'm not nice to myself that way. What do? Well, I am supposed to be doing marketing, but that didn't really work, like, properly. Like, the websites that we were working on didn't work. So instead, my job was just basically everyone's leftover work that they don't want to do. That's basically what my job is. Like, hey Cherry, I don't want to do this. Can you do this? And it's like, I don't know, maybe? I don't know. But the main job that I do, because no one wants to do this job, taxes. I take care of tax work. I organize the taxes, like the tax like spreadsheets on Excel. That's what I do. Taxes. And if I'm not doing taxes, some other things I do is, like, basically it's a desk job. It's a desk job. I work at like a desk and a computer office job. So sometimes I answer phone calls and stuff about like our store, like what we sell and stuff, you know. I also do cleaning sometimes, like, so I guess like a little bit of like janitory like work. I clean the bathrooms, take out the trash, sweep. I clean our stuff, like furniture and stuff like that. The website didn't work out. It's still in work of progress, but there was like technical difficulties. Like for some reason I couldn't have access to any accounts, so I couldn't do the marketing or advertising like I was supposed to do. So it's just been sitting on the back burner for a while. So yeah, my job is just different now. Common worker plus tax calculator and desk work. And like Fridays are my busiest days at work, 'cause that's cleaning day. But yeah, so today what I did at work, here, I'll give you a little rundown of my schedule. So I woke up at 6. No, I woke up at 5:45, and then I like laid in bed until 6 in the morning because 6 is the latest I'm allowed to sleep in. And I got ready, changed, brushed my teeth, did my hair, you know, usual morning routine stuff. And then we got at work at like 6:30, and then since I was really tired and the store doesn't open until 8, since we get there early, most of the time I take a nap before the store opens. So I took a nap at 6:30 till 8, and then I got my computer ready and was starting to do some tax work here and there. Then lunchtime came around. You sleep in the office? Yeah. I laid down on my desk. I could literally demonstrate. Let me see. So, this chair won't move, but I will sit. So, I am able to like push the keyboard back enough on my own desk, and how I sleep is I just do this. That's how I sleep. And I might turn my head every now and then. But I sleep with my head on my desk. And sometimes, well, not sometimes, actually all the time, I bring a blanket to work so that if I get tired or like super cold, because I get cold so easily, I'll have it with me so that I can stay warm at least. Yeah. So I'll have like a blanket over me, and yeah, and a cardigan. And I'll have like the blanket on the table sometimes, so I can still like rest my head on something comfortable and not rest my head on my arms, so that my arms don't fall asleep. But that's how I sleep. Sometimes, because my chair is like low. So what's like a good way I can do this? If I were to like move myself up, give me a second. If I were to like move myself up, sometimes I sleep like this in my chair. Or like I rest my head up against like the back of it. It doesn't lean back or anything. I just sleep like this. But every time I sleep like that, I get in a lot of pain. A lot of pain. Doesn't seem super good. Don't you just sleep at home and arrive later? No. Nope. I can't do that. Can't personally like do that. It's just like how my own like situation is. Like I have a permit, but I don't have my driver's license because some things just like kind of got in the way of like that being possible. So yeah, I don't have it yet. So I also don't have my own car. Even if I did have a license, I don't have my own car. The office somehow I managed. Family drives you to... Yes. Because it's a family business. We all get there and we all work. Kara! Hi, Kara. Hello, Kara. Maybe bring a pillow too. Nah, I'm good. The blanket does just fine. Can we get a shout out for Kara, please? The usual VTuber that I use, Kara made it. Hope you're doing well. But, so yeah, I need to clear my throat for a second. Hang on, I need to cough. Give me a second. I might get a drink for a second. Welcome in, Kara. It's been a while. Yeah. How about a sleeping bag? So you can at least stay down on the floor. No. See, that time the straw made a little squeak. It made a little squeak. Working with the family benefits, naps don't get you fired. I don't do it on like on store time. I don't do it on store time. Like I said, I take a nap before the store opens. The squeaky straw, yeah. My straw makes like squeaky sounds sometimes whenever I drink from it. It's been a while. I haven't been in VR. IRL has stuff talking a lot. Avatar stuff. Spend more time making avatars for VRC than I do in VRC. But it's fair. It's just fair. I still hope you're doing well. I'm just chilling. I was talking about my schedule, like how my usual day-to-day schedule is, but I was giving an example of today specifically. So, at 11, I rested a little bit, like I was on my phone. It was a very slow day, like there was not a lot of stuff to do today, because it was mainly just me and my mom at the office, because my dad and my brother and the other employees that we have, they were out doing deliveries or installations. So it was just me and my mom mainly at the store. So not much stuff was going on. So I got to relax a lot today. So that was nice. But for lunch... Oh yeah, I forgot to mention. I have my breakfast at work. It's a protein shake, and I'll have a cup of coffee after that. For lunch, I don't eat lunch. I sleep during lunch. I take a nap during lunch. I take a nap during lunch, and then after lunch, I get up, and today, after lunch, my mom, she was like, I have things that I need you to take care of in the workshop. she needed me to clean, so that's what I did. Yeah, I didn't eat, I rarely eat lunch. Rarely eat lunch. And my breakfast is almost always, a protein shake with coffee. And I drink coffee throughout the day. It doesn't keep me awake. Caffeine doesn't work on me at all. Did I eat dinner? I had 2 donuts for dinner. I had 2 donuts for dinner. Are you malnourished? No. 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 I'm not promoting these eating habits. I'm not. I'm sorry. It's just that like today, I didn't really just like eat that much because after I had the donuts, I felt sick and didn't really want to eat because it was too much sugar. So because of that, I didn't eat anything. My parents did offer to get me food, like dinner, and I was like, nah, I'm good because I don't feel good after having those donuts. But I feel better now. But like, yeah, I didn't have like a proper meal today. Thank you for the follow, Robert. I have a riddle for you, a riddle that only a true online gamer can solve. Can you? Maybe. I like to think I'm gamer, but sometimes I'm proven wrong. I'm not gamer enough. Made a protein shake, 2 coffees, and 2 donuts. Actually, I had 4 cups of coffee today. It was a rare occurrence. It's a bit concerning. Again, I'm not condoning it. I'm not condoning it. I did have sips of water every now and then whenever I get home, that's whenever I have tea. I have tea whenever I'm at home. Please eat some food when you have the chance. Yeah. But, let me see. Oh yeah, what I had to do today after lunch, I had to go into the workshop and I had to, what was it? I had to clean, like, I had to, like, break down cardboard boxes, big, long, like, cardboard boxes. So I did that, and I had to take that stuff to the dumpster, and then I had to dump trash in general, like, gather trash around the whole entire store, dump it. And then I had to go to the place where we get deliveries. I had to gather trash there, then dump it. So, like, gathering trash, that's basically what I did today, and, like, dumping it. The reason why it was, like, really tiring is because it was a lot of, like, heavy lifting and stuff. And then it was also just really hot outside. Do you get paid? Yeah, I get paid. In what scenario can the word whale be used in a well-meaning jab? Whenever you spend money in gacha games. I know that because I'm a whale. I'm a whale. I spend money in gacha games. There's only 2 gacha games where I spend money in. Only two. And that is Huynhuynh Impact 3rd and Love in Deep Space. Pay to win. Not really. I never spend money on gacha. Welcome in, Endo. Love in Deep Space. I love Love in Deep Space. I was playing it earlier. She's a gooner. It's funny because whenever I first started playing Love in Deep Space, I would argue with you. But now, you know what? I think it's funny anytime whenever someone calls me a gooner. Do you read stories? Sadly, no. I am super chatty, and I hope that is enough. Sometimes I tell things about, like, my day, how it went. But, like actually like reading a story and stuff. I'm sorry, I don't do that. I apologize. I have to stay. I'm tempted to spend tea. The term for Lady Goond was Goondet. Gooner. Spend money on gacha. Hang on. My throat's kind of bothering me. I need to clear it again. Also, thank you for the follow, Nando. There doesn't need to be a lady version. That's silly. No, it's funny. It's because, like, whenever people talk about the game Love in Deep Space, I don't think it's, like, all Gooner, but there is Gooner content. And that's just something that's just a fact. It's just a fact. So whenever people say, it's not Gooner game, because there are people in the Love in Deep Space community that will genuinely get so mad. They'll generally get so mad if you call them a Gooner, because they're like, it's not Gooner game. There is Gooner material. There is. Can you tell me about the lore of your favorite game? Let me think of a game. The first thing that came to mind was Love in Deep Space, and I'm like, no. I want to know everything, like on depth. Maybe it'll help me sleep. Let me see. I could probably talk about, Why not? It's the first thing that came to my mind, and I can talk about this one for a good while. Why not? Let's talk about Xavier's lore from Love in Deep Space, with him being my favorite character. So, the story of Xavier. This was over 1,000 years ago. It was on a long-distant planet called Philos. On this planet, there lived this prince who knew that he had to lead next in line under his father that was pretty strict, the king. He had to train really hard, do swordsmanship, and it was something that he didn't entirely like. He didn't like how his life was constantly being kind of planned for him. He wanted some type of freedom. With him being a prince, he did have a knight that was there that had to protect him, guard him in case, anything bad ever happened, even though he could really take care of himself because he was already a trained swordsman. But he hung out with this knight quite a lot. It was a woman who helped him get to see the goodness in life, what freedom was like. Eventually, they fell in love. They wanted to do everything together. Eventually, they would train together a lot. Whenever it came to doing like swordsmanship, they would duel, or in other words, spar with each other a lot. They would like to watch the stars together. They'd be out late at night, stargaze, looking at the shooting stars. They would talk about how they would someday go and see a different planet far away and would name it their own. Eventually, one day, the night, she became very ill. She had issues with her heart. Issues that they couldn't entirely understand. But she sadly passed away. The prince wanted to make sure that he could be able to see her again. Conveniently enough, she had a heart that allowed her to have a special ability. She could reincarnate. He knew that she would come back, didn't know how long it would take, but knew that she would come back. Whenever she came back, eventually, he wanted to be in her life, even if it seemed like she probably wouldn't remember him, which sadly was the case. She didn't remember him. But he still wanted to be by her side, because he still really loved and cherished her, for the times that they had, because again, she was the first person to ever show him free will, freedom, how to enjoy life. That he could do things that he wanted to, and not have someone plan things out for him. So, he still wanted to stay by her side, promised that they would be together again, that he'll always find her, and that they would always have a chance to go back into the forest where they could watch the stars again. Eventually, word got around that she was kind of special, that her heart had this type of ability to where she could reincarnate. The people of Philos, the planet that they were on, they knew that if they were able to harness her ability, they could be immortal. Xavier didn't like this, the prince. He didn't like that idea. He didn't like that she would be used like that, because he knew it would end up killing her. He didn't want to watch the love of his life die again. So eventually, what happened is he tried to get a group of people to help him to find a way to get this situated properly, where no one would have to die, especially the love of his life. So, he ventured out with a group of people that also agreed with his views, did not want to have to sacrifice a life for their immortality. Eventually, while researching, he found out that there was something called the Aether Core. So, what Xavier and his crew did, they tried to travel all throughout the deep space of time. Eventually, they crashed on Earth, and they were stuck there for hundreds and hundreds of years. Sadly, people within their group, they felt betrayed by the Prince, Xavier. They thought, hey, we could have easily just became immortal if we went along with the wishes of the people and sacrificed that one girl, but you loved her too dearly, so you're a traitor to us. Sadly, Xavier had to say goodbye to some of these people who he thought were his friends. Thank you for the follow. He did have one true friend that stuck along with him, a true bro, if you want to say, Jeremiah. Jeremiah was with him from the very beginning, understood that the prince just wanted to find his love and stay with him as much as possible, and also still believed that sacrificing someone for their own gain wasn't right. So, Xavier and Jeremiah stayed on Earth. Eventually, she reincarnated again, and she was on Earth. From a distance, Xavier kept an eye on her, made sure that she would be raised properly, happily, never would have gotten into any trouble. But eventually, whenever she got older again, was able to finally see her and be back in her life again. See if he could ever, still be there for her again, maybe fall in love. But, as of now, they're together, and they're partners in an organization that helps keep Earth safe from these monsters called Wanderers. And then, we're in the present day. That's what happens in Love and Deep Space. At least Xavier's story. I hope that was enough. Also, I do apologize for people who are big, Love and Deep Space fans, and I probably said that wrong. I tried my best. I think I said as best I possibly could. There's a bunch of other, types of games or, shows that I like, or comics I like, that have a lot of really in-depth lore. If you still want me to talk about some lore, could always do that. If a gooner is depraved enough, there is goon material in everything. That's the logic of the game is a gooner game. Yeah, memory loss romance. Is it immortality if they lose all their memories, though? Not really. extensive lore knowledge. I only know part of someone's stream of it, and it was out of context and very sexual. Love in Deep Space can be like that. See, the main character in the game, she obviously dies, and she has a bunch of past lives, but she reincarnates. She has no memory of her previous lives. But the other guys that she's been with that are within the game to romance, they all remember. The only one who hasn't died and reincarnated is Xavier. So he's like over 1,000 years old. But all the others, they've died and reincarnated at some point in time, but they still remember the past lives with her. So that's why it's a romance game. Tell me about your favorite show or comic. For me, it's gotta be Spider-Man. If I don't type, that means I probably fell asleep, so I want to thank you in advance. Of course. I hope I'm able to help out, though. Let me see. Ooh. Oh, thank you for the follow. Let me see. There is one comic that ended up becoming a movie. It did get a movie adaptation. Also had a TV show that sadly got canceled. Like, it was too much money to continue with the what's it called? Development of it? Is that the word I'm thinking of? It was too much money, basically, to continue it. Production, that's what it is. That's what I meant to say. And that is the Dark Crystal. The Dark Crystal. That's probably one of my most favorite fantasy worlds in all of fiction. So, in this world, it's complete fantasy. There's no humans at all. It's all just like, mythical beings. We have the main species that roam this type of world. This world is called Thra. And on this world, there's 3 suns. 3 suns in the sky. The main people that are on Thra are known as the Gelfling. There's many different types of Gelfling at the beginning of the time of Thra. But they all lived in harmony. There was this type of thing that was always there at the center of Thra that made sure Thra was balanced, and it was called the Crystal of Truth. A giant, very, very beautiful white crystal, and it spoke throughout Thra. It was basically like the sound. It's what gave life to Thra. And the one person that made sure to look after the crystal to make sure that it was always safe, nothing happened to it, was Mother Algra. She was not Gelfling. She was kind of like what they would call a witch, but she was very nice, very gentle, loved all of the creatures of Thra because she was one with Thra. She is kind of like part of the crystal. Out of context, shit is always good new material. Anyways, the story reminds me of a certain iteration of Hawkman and Hawkgirl from DC. Check out the first seasons. Give me a sec, I need to fix something. I noticed I have my hip was going a little crazy. Sorry. Anyways, I'll continue. So, the Crystal of Truth is the main reason Thra can stay in balance. It's what gives life force to everything. One day, there was a certain creature, not of Thra, that appeared. It was known as the Ursex. The Ursex, them coming onto Thra, they split into 2 parts of themselves. The Mystics and the Skeksis. The Mythics were very cultured. They wanted to have a calm life, out and away from people, and they wanted to learn the ways of still being in harmony. Meanwhile, the Skeksis, they were selfish, cruel. They wanted a lot of things for themselves. Once they saw the Crystal of Truth and the power that it held over Thra, they wanted it for their own taking. So, they manipulated Mother Algra to be distracted by the stars in the sky, the cosmos, the endless universe that is outside of Thra. she was curious, so they built her an orrery where she then rested and was there for many years. But because that she was asleep with her mind to the stars, the Skeksis they captured the crystal of truth. What is gold used for? I think it's to flaunt how much currency you have whenever it comes to the fish. It's just a way to flex how much you fished. So, the Skeksis took the crystal of truth. It's like their prisoner. And the reason why they held on to the crystal for so long is because they realized that the crystal, once the 3 suns lined up just right above the crystal, it will shine right into the eyes of the Skeksis. It will make them cheat death. Make it to where that they could never die. So, they basically used energy from Thra, stole life energy basically from the crystal. Because of that, the whole entire world of Thra became imbalanced. You have to die someday. It's a sad thing to think of, but you do have to. And whenever you do, you return to the world and you become one with Thra. That's how the world of Thra works. But the Skeksis are making it imbalanced because they were using the crystal of truth to steal life force so that they could cheat death. I need to take a drink real quick. So then, because of the Skeksis having this type of power over the crystal of truth, they ended up becoming the rulers of Thra. They were seen as these type of lords in a way. Oh, they're immortal, they can't die, and they always are with the crystal of truth. So the Gelfling, the creatures of Thra, they did not know that this was going on behind the scenes, that the Skeksis were using the crystal of truth to steal the power, to steal life force so that they could cheat death. They did not know. But because of the Skeksis being in power, everyone kind of saw them as lords anyways, without knowing that much of what was actually going on behind the scenes. But they became lords because of them showing that they were immortal beings. So the Gelfling also split up into clans because the Skeksis knew that if the Gelflings ever united together, they would be in trouble. So they wanted to split them up in clans. And sadly, it led to a little bit of a classism in a way. So there was the Vapra Gelfling. They were the most cultured. They lived up in the mountains. They had all the fancy types of get-up and stuff. Very, very prim and proper type of thing. Very fancy. There was the Stonewood Gelfling that lived out in the forest. They were warriors. They made their own types of weapons, and they were also kind of known to be the soldiers. They would go to the Castle of the Crystals where the Skeksis would rule, and they would help defend the crystal and the Skeksis because they were lords to them. There was the Dusin. The Dusin are Gelfling that live out in the desert. They have a way of knowing they're one with death in a way. There is I'm trying to think of all the clans because there's quite a few. There's the Groton Gelfling. They live deep in the caves. They ended up being kind of forgotten a lot of people thought that they were dead because no one really saw them because they stayed underground. But they were very gentle. They can speak with animals. They speak with the rest of Thra creatures in the caves. Kind of like Nebris or other types of things like Fizzgig. Welcome in, engineer. I was asked to talk about a story, so I thought I would talk about one of my favorite fantasy series, which is The Dark Crystal. So, I know that The Dark Crystal is a little obscure, so I know a lot of the things I might be saying might be a little, sounds like gibberish or something, so I do apologize that you might be like, what the heck, what's a Fizzgig? Fizzgigs in The Dark Crystal, they're kind of like these little fluff balls. They're these little fluff balls. They have layers of teeth, and they're very, very silly. My favorite isekai is the Bible though. Nice. So, basically, Gelfling split up into a bunch of clans. One day, whenever the Skeksis gathered around the Crystal of Truth, it didn't do what it usually did. It didn't let them cheat death. Instead, it just shined and didn't work. Because the Skeksis took enough energy from the Crystal of Truth and from Thra. So, in a way, that was the crystal being like, you've done too much, I can't give anymore. Because of that, there was something that ended up spreading throughout Thrall called the Darkening. It was dark energy. So then it ended up going throughout Thra. Eventually, it made chaos happen throughout all of Thra. Others were concerned as to why this was happening. Eventually, one soldier by the name of Rian, he had a lover named Mira. They were castle guards of the Crystal of Truth. They eventually saw that the Skeksis were desperate, wondering why the crystal wasn't working, why they couldn't steal life from it to continue to be immortal. So what ended up happening is one of the Skeksis had a horrible idea. What if, instead of taking from the crystal, we offer something to the crystal so we get something in return? A balanced negotiation. So in order for that to happen, they decided to think, what's the creatures that are the most closest with Thra? The Gelfling. So, one day, while Rian and his lover Mira, while they were roaming around the castle, Mira eventually got, taken by one of the Skeksis. She ended up being sacrificed with her life essence. Her life essence got drained by the crystal, and the Skeksis drank her life essence. Because it was the new way for them to cheat death. Rian noticed that this happened. He witnessed something that he shouldn't have, but he did. So, the Skeksis realized that he watched them, and then they were like, oh no, if this gets out, we're gonna be in trouble. People can't know that we did this. So, they made it a conspiracy that Rian killed his lover, Mira. But that's not what happened. He watched them drain her life energy for their own benefit. So, eventually, he had to go out to other types of Gelfling clans and try and say his story. His story ended up spreading. Other Gelfling ended up going along with the conspiracy. The Skeksis were in trouble because people were starting to know what the truth was. Eventually, a rebellion was made. A rebellion was made to where Gelfling wanted to fight against the Skeksis, have them stop using the crystal of truth for wrongdoings and stealing their life energy. So a war broke out. The Gelfling won at first, but only at first, because eventually the Skeksis made these type of monsters, a creation called the Garthim. The Garthim was too ruthless. The Garthim ended up making it hard for the Gelfling to fight back. They were too big, had insane shell of armor. It was too much for them to try and fight back against. So sadly, the Gelfling lost. The Garthim would take the Gelfling back to the Castle of the Truth, not to the Castle of the Crystal, where the Crystal of Truth was at, and they would continue to drain their life energy. Many years pass. The Skeksis believe that they have won because they thought they eradicated every single Gelfling in all of existence of Thra. But they were wrong. There was 2 Gelfling left. A female one and a male one. The male Gelfling was known as Jen, and the female, her name was Kira. So, the Skeksis got worried, because with all the time that has passed, they ran out of life energy from Gelfling. Eventually, the Emperor of the Skeksis, he passed away. The age finally caught up to him. He wasn't able to cheat death anymore. Because of that, all of the Skeksis got worried. They didn't want to die. They wanted to stay immortal. But there was no more Gelfling. So they ended up just going to other types of life forms of Thra and draining their energy just to get a little bit, little by little, because they were desperate. So they would go to more lower creatures like podlings or anything else that they could get their hands on. Podlings was the main ones that they found. Wouldn't time catch up to all those bastards all at once? Sadly, no. I think that was one thing that I was a little confused with. Again, I'm not there to kind of explain, because I don't know why the Emperor died first. Oh wait, I think I know why. It's because the Emperor, he was the most desperate. So he used the darkening magic that was disrupting the world of Thra, and it slowly decayed his body faster, and aging caught up with him because they ran out of life essence. So yeah, the age differs maybe, but I think it's also because he was having darkening that would literally decay his body over time. He didn't realize that it would do that to him. He abused the power of it, and then it just backfired. So, there was that. So, what eventually happened is that Jen, he lived in secret with the Mystics. The elder of the Mystics, if you remember at the beginning, Skeksis and Mystics aren't from Thra. Originally, they're known as Ursex, but once they came to Thra, they split into 2. It's 2 different souls if you think about it. So, with the Emperor passing away, so did its other half. That was the Mystic. The Mystic was a gentle, kind of the chief, I guess? I don't remember what he was called, of the Mystics. But before he died, he told Jen, the last male Gelfling, his mission, the prophecy, that he had to bring back the Crystal of Truth. get rid of the corruption that was done to it. Because, I forgot to mention this, oh my god. What happened is because of the Skeksis, like, abusing the power of the crystal too much, it eventually cracked. It cracked. And a shard came out of the crack of the crystal. And that's what led to the darkening happening, like, even more. Because it was just damaged, so, yeah. Sapient being dumb, be like. So, yeah. So, Jin, what he had to do is he had to go and see Mother Algra, retrieve this shard that belonged to the Crystal of Truth, fix the Crystal of Truth, and free all of Thra. Along his journey, he found the female gelfling that was last, Kira. Kira helped him go along with his journey. She helped him see a bunch of other creatures of Thra, introduced him to podlings, seeing other creatures called Nebris, Fizzgig. She showed him what it was like to see, like, you know, other things outside of the world, because Jen was very sheltered as a kid. He had to stay out in, like, being secret with the mystics. Kira, how she was raised with the podlings. Podlings are known as kind of like, they're these very goofy little creatures. They're these little tiny guys. They're like little gremlins, kinda. They have their own language. They don't like to bathe. They like to be stinky and dirty. They live out in the woods. And they like to party and drink. They're silly little guys. But yeah, Kira lived with the podlings. So, together, Jin and Kira, they managed to find the Crystal of Truth shard that was missing because of Mother Algra. And because of that, they had to go towards the castle of the crystal. There, they would have to go one-on-one with the Skeksis, as best as they could. So what happened? They managed to get to the crystal, and Jen managed to put the shard back into the crystal, just back in there. Whenever that happened, the crystal was able to be purified. The darkening was gone, but because of that happening, whenever the crystal got fixed, the Skeksis and the mystics, they became one. And they became their original selves again, the Urskeks. If I remember correctly, what was it called? What was Sundered and Undone? The two shall be whole. Or is it the two named one? I'm trying to remember the riddle, or not the riddle, the prophecy of like the Urskeks. It was something like that. It's been a while. I'm sorry. But the Urskeks, funny enough, they were kind of like sorry that we came to Thra, like we came to your home and we split, and I'm sorry that we had like evil halves that just like abused your world. But hey, it's fixed now. It's fixed now. We're gonna peace out. Hi Zena, welcome in. I left out a lot of stuff. It's because I highly recommend Dark Crystal. If you don't want to read the comics, there is a Netflix series of it, like a Netflix adaptation, whenever the rebellion was formed. And then there's a movie that was made back in the 80s, actually. And it is basically Jen and Kira's story. So I highly recommend it if you want to give the Dark Crystal a try. So yeah, I managed to find the comics online. I really, really, really want to read them. Also, welcome in, Night Sky. I do apologize. I haven't said this. Like, I'm like behind on saying this. But if you are a new follower, like if you just followed this stream, guess what? You can have a free redeem. You can check down and see the redeems I have available. The only one that isn't free, of course, is VIP. But other redeems that I have, you can look and see which one you want, and I'll do it for free. Just type it. Don't redeem it. Don't spend. Do not spend it and redeem it. No. Just type it in chat of what you want. Yes, the Dark Crystal done by Jim Henson. Yeah, it's a shame that the Netflix series didn't continue. It's because they realized that the puppets, because it's puppets, everything is puppets. Like, everything is like practical. Barely any CGI. That's another reason why I like it. Is that everything is just very well handcrafted. So all of the characters are like these puppets. And it was a lot of money. And sadly Netflix was like, yeah, I don't think we can continue this. That's too much money. Which is sad, because I think they were going to do like 5 seasons or something. I don't remember. They were going to do quite a lot. But yeah, it sadly got canceled. It was too much money in production. And also because the show didn't get love until like later on, so they didn't get enough, like, I guess, money in return to continue it. But I think I remember the Jim Henson team, what's left of it, I think they did say that they're still going to try and continue making an adaptation of it that we can still see that is kind of like what they did with like the Netflix series and also the movie, because they want to do it because the Dark Crystal is like a really good series. And yeah, I really need to read the comics. I really, really do. I really, really do. Because I've heard that there's a whole lot more stuff that happens in between like the series and the movie. Like, it's not just like, oh, the Gartham show up and then boom, the Gelfling are done for. No, apparently there's stuff that happens still more in between that. So sadly, the series, it leaves off with like a cliffhanger and you just don't get to see anymore. You would have to read the comics to know what happens later on. So, but yeah, I love the Dark Crystal. Love the Dark Crystal. Definitely one of my favorite fantasy worlds in like all of fiction. But what's funny is that I probably experienced that way too young. I probably shouldn't have seen the Dark Crystal at the age that I did. I was very young and I had the VHS tape. Still do. I still have the VHS tape. And I remember whenever I was little, the Skeksis, which were the villains, they scared me a bit whenever I was younger. They scared me because they're like these, the Skeksis look like these giant bird-like lizard dudes. They're really, really, really creepy. And they have like claws and stuff. They have like some striped teeth and stuff. And again, like I said, they're selfish and stuff. They're also really big. They're really, really big. They're tall. Netflix be like recently, or so I hear, when something is good, no, we can't continue this. When something sucks, we have to continue making this. Sadly, yeah. That sadly seems to be the situation that happens with Netflix quite a bit. Yeah. I know that like some people might not care for this, because I know that like the main audience of this show is women, but I remember like it still made me like pretty upset. Sorry, I am woman. Not stuff for little fox girl to see. No, I should not have seen the Dark Crystal at a young age, because the Skeksis did scare me, but I still loved the world, so it was fine. But Another series that was on Netflix that made me so upset to see it go was The Vampire Diaries. I love The Vampire Diaries. And it sucks because they don't have The Vampire Diaries on Netflix anymore. But they still have, like, the other spin-off shows that add into the lore of it. Like, the originals and the legacy. So it's like, you can still watch Vampire Diaries content, but not the main show, because it's not on Netflix anymore. So it's like, why can we have these two other shows that add into the lore of this, but we can't keep the original one? You know? Like, why can't we keep, like, the main show? Why only the spin-off stuff? It's like, why? Makes no sense to me. I don't get it. Do not get it. A condom to sit down. Ever have a brain fart beginning the thought of milk? Oh, all the time. All the time. All the time. All the time. I'm more shit. But yeah, I forget what I'm gonna say a lot. It also kind of like happens a lot because I'm a person that stutters. I stutter quite a lot. And so sometimes whenever I have like my stuttering moments, or I might say something that I don't mean whenever it happens, because like sometimes, like it literally happened earlier, like sometimes where I just like say the wrong thing sometimes. Instead of saying Netflix, I said Netflix. It's just like sometimes my brain doesn't connect to my mouth. If that makes sense. Like I know what I wanna say, and sometimes my mouth is just like, you know, let's say this thing instead. Let's say this instead. Let's not say the right thing that we wanted to say. Let's switch it up. That's what it does sometimes. Yeah. But yeah, it definitely does happen a lot. But the contact for that does not have to be so tongue tingle, yes. Or I'll say something that doesn't make sense at all, you know? It's because like my brain will probably like I know what I want to say later on. It's like let me think of something like what if my brain already thought up of like, hey, I'm gonna go outside and I'm gonna go and play or something, like just something simple like that. My brain might like mess it up and just be like, I'm gonna go outside and like play or like whatever. It's like, or I'll like mix it up the sentence where I was like, I'm gonna go where or outside or whatever. It's like my brain will just be like, I want to go play outside, or I'm gonna go outside and play, but then my mouth is like with like the delivery of what I wanted to say. Sometimes it works, and I've noticed that what really helps me in those moments, if I want to really get my point across, is to talk a little slower, give myself time to have it fully sent. Basically, to like have what I'm thinking fully sent properly to my mouth so I know what I want to say. But sometimes I just like, I talk fast. Sometimes I talk fast. And the next thing I know, I just go like, and it's like, well, now you don't know what I'm saying. Because now I can't say things correctly because I'm speaking too fast. It's like I know what I want to say, but it's like my mouth can't catch up to my brain. I've been like that for a while. It's led to some funny things I've said though before though. Like sometimes that'll happen and my friends will find it funny. Or I'll say something like that on stream and people think it's funny. Terry knock knock, who's there? John Brown who? Oh wow, I just noticed the time. It's 3:30 in the morning. John Brown pants. The first thing that I thought of whenever you is like I thought of Deadpool whenever he was like saying wear your brown pants if you're gonna shit yourself. So I probably got the joke wrong because the first thing I thought of was just like Deadpool being like wear brown pants if you're gonna shit yourself. I'm sorry if I messed it up. My brain just went like, yes, Deadpool. That's what it is. I don't know. Too far off, his pants were originally white. Yes. How'd that saying go? He was like, wait, you might be wondering why the red suit. Well, that's so bad guys can't see me bleed. This guy's got the right idea. He wore the brown pants. He wore the brown pants. Let's see. The guy was smarter, it seems. I highly recommend Deadpool if you've never seen Deadpool. Very funny Marvel character. That was a yawn. I think that means it's time that I should probably end. I've been streaming for about like 7.5 hours, dang. Wait, let me actually check something. I have been in VR for how long? How long have I been in VR chat for? I think for almost 4 hours. And I kept it pretty balanced. Bye-bye. I'll probably end in a bit. But I guess that seems like I was pretty balanced. Because I did I was playing Live in Deep Space for about 4.5, almost maybe like 5 hours as well. And then I switched it over to, I think I did it for 4 hours, yeah, 4 hours. And then I got into VR to do visual ASMR, so I think, yeah, I basically have it balanced pretty much. Hydrate, I will go do that. Have to walk over to my desk. Let's not trip. I almost tripped on something in my room. Ooh. Again, I did say I was sorry if you can hear me drinking. I know some people might not like the sound of it. Uh-oh, I just noticed something. My foot is off. My foot tracker turned off. Wow. Bruh. It's being weird. Give me a second. There we go. Now my feet work. Okay. I think what I'm going to do, because I have been streaming for over 7 hours, I think I have kept it quite balanced of both categories that I did today. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go on ahead and go raid someone. So give me a second while I go find someone. Remote, are you possibly still here? If so, you can get like the regular raid message, a cherry raid. We can just do that. Yeah, just so it's easier. In the meantime, I'll try and find someone. Whom do we raid? I want to go and raid someone who's also doing ASMR, so we can carry on with the vibes. Okay, I found someone. This is magicalmegumin. They're doing ASMR as well. They're doing binaural audio, which means it plays to one ear. They're doing book reading, toy fidgets. So it'll be mainly auditory, other than just like, what I do. But hopefully that's still okay. So please do copy the raid message. The ones that have like the little cherry emotes, those are like the follower ones if you're not subscribed. The one that has like the cheering emote, that is if you are subbed. Also, make sure I do this. There's so much content and only one stuff to watch. So there is socials. My hip is being silly. There's also my Ko-Fi. On my BRB screen, I know some of you probably saw it, some of you probably didn't, but I do have a little area where like it showcases my art. And that's like where you can see stuff on my Ko-Fi or coffee. I know people say it differently, but my commissions are currently closed because I'm still working on like personal stuff for art. But once I'm done with that, then I'll have commissions open. So if you're curious, you can still look and see what it is that I do. So maybe in the future you can think about commissioning me. So it's also where like I just accept donations or tips. But again, you're not like obligated to do that. That's only if you want to. Personal stuff matters. Yeah. I have to like I'm in the process of making like a Christmas gift for my friend, and I feel bad because it's so late. Not Christmas gift. I'm sorry, my brain blanked. Birthday gift. That's what it is. I need to make sure I copy the raid myself, and then we'll go in raid. Alright, I'll be back. I know it's already Saturday for some people. It is for me, but it's like almost 4 in the morning for me. But I will be back at 8 p.m. CST. That's Central Standard Time. That is my time zone, CST. And I'll be doing regular VR chat. What I mean by that is that I'll just like, be playing regular games and stuff like that. I think it's planned that we're gonna go to the waiting room. And I'll be hanging out with friends there and stuff. And then after that, I'll do visual ASMR again. Usually I shoot for doing visual ASMR around midnight or 1 in the morning, again in Central Standard Time. So if you want to show up specifically for that, it'll be at that time. But regular, just like me just starting stream, will be at 8 p.m. CST. So until then, hope you have a good time. I hope you have fun with Megumin. And yeah, I'm gonna go rest. Have a good night, everyone. Have a good night. Mamai, 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 mamai.